What's up, everyone? Welcome to NAW Asylum. It is our 20th episode here in Nerd Acumen Wrestling and our 4th ever pay-per-view event. We have 7 amazing matches lined up for you. And what's up, Hooligan? Did you miss anything? You did not. You were just in time for the show, so welcome. We have 7 amazing matches lined up for you tonight. Multiple titles on the line, including our big main event. It is a 6-man Armageddon Hell in a Cell for the NAW Championship, so stay tuned for that. But if you're new here, the rules are simple. You predict by selecting one of the participants in the match on who you think will win. If you get it correct, you get 1 point. The individual with the most points at the end of the night gets to decide a match on the next show. However, tonight is a unique night, and the individual with the most points gets to determine an entire show. So you get to be general manager for an evening, and that show is this Wednesday at 8:30 right here on Twitch. So obviously you want to vote along tonight for that and hope that you get the most correct. So without further ado, we have 7 matches lined up. Let's jump into the action here. And again, vote on who you think will win. And of course, this is NAW Asylum. Our opening contest is going to be a battle royal, a gimmick battle royal. We had 2 of our viewers decide that as the opening contest. So as you can see, we're walking the corridors, getting ready for this asylum. So again, thank you all for joining me here this evening for our pay-per-view event known as NAW Asylum. It's taking place in Detroit, Michigan this evening. Our opening contest, 6-man battle royal. As you can see here, these are the participants. So viewers, it's important that you get it correct because you can be general manager for a night. Here are some horror icons: Michael Myers, Pennywise, Chucky, Freddy Krueger, Leatherface, and of course, Jason Voorhees. Get your votes in now on who you think will win this gimmick battle royal. Of course, this is very seasonal as we're counting down now to Halloween. So let me know, chat, who do you think will win this? Gonna vote?
Yep, Pennywise.
Andrea getting her first vote in for Pennywise. Rob with Jason. So thanks for voting along here in chat. Of course, this is the gimmick battle royal opening up our show here tonight. And just another reminder, person with the most picks correct, you get to be general manager for a night. Decide the entire card. Hooligan with Chucky. Smallish voting Leatherface. Spreading out our votes real quick. That's a smart strategy here if you want to win. Because again, it has to be one individual that wins tonight. If there's a tie, you'll just get to pick matches. Stoutings. His birthday comes out Tuesday. Did you get warned or something about that?
Mm-hmm.
Really?
I get whenever it's a debit purchase.
Oh, okay.
I get a notification.
Interesting. All right, guys. Hope you're ready for this gimmick battle royal as much as I am. Of course, this is Asylum. One of the good guys, our first entrant, of course, is Chucky. Wanna play? Locke voting for Pennywise here as well. So I don't know about you guys, but I'm getting super excited for Halloween, and the season is among us now, officially kicking off tomorrow. You're going to want to subscribe to or follow DNA's YouTube and Twitch this month if you haven't already. We don't have anything cemented, but we are going to attempt to do some really cool content for you related to horror and scary stuff. So be on the lookout for unscheduled content throughout the month. Definitely important why you should follow and subscribe to us so you get those notifications. Our next entrant here in our gimmick battle royal, Freddy Krueger. Never sleep again, otherwise you'll meet this man. Pretty scary. One, two, Freddy's gonna pin you. Yeah, I went there. No, that just came to my mind now. Locke wants to change his vote to Freddy. The rules are, votes are locked once the match starts. So, yes, you can change your votes to Freddy. Locke adjusting from Pennywise to Freddy. Speaking of Pennywise, coming out now. Has anyone seen it? Either the old or new one? What are your thoughts on that? Are you excited for Chapter 2? No, they're both amazing. The newer one, the better of them. I really wish I could vote on these because I really want to see how well I do on this one. Well, right. Ha! I win and I rule everything.
I'm the GM again.
Right. I don't know. Personally, I'd think that Jason would win this thing. Our next entrant would be Leatherface. You saw the new one twice on opening weekend. It says Lock City. Rob says, can I vote for whoever wins? That's not how it works. Although, Rob, you do share the vote with me, or I share the opinion with you. One or the other. So he doesn't get music, eh? It's an interesting choice. I miss the old days where you could import your own music in the games and then use custom soundtrack for the wrestlers. Instead, now you have to pick from their custom soundtrack or other people's entrances. One of the features I miss. Speaking of features, there's a lot of new exciting features coming to 2K19, which releases in just over a week if you're getting the standard edition. The premium editions are coming out actually this Friday. So again, be on the lookout throughout this month as I'm transitioning and creating all this content again. And be on the lookout for us playing 2K19 on the channel. So it might take a few weeks, but we're going to get there. Watched the new one with the guys one weekend. Not a huge horror fan, and I really enjoyed it. Yeah, it's really well done, especially if you're not a horror fan. I think it's just a fun movie. We have, of course, the Halloween icon, Michael Myers, which there's a new Halloween movie coming out in just a couple weeks. Super excited for that as it continues the original storyline, so that should be good. Hopefully. favorite thing right now is the Mariah Carey memes, the mask. Well, isn't it a William Shatner mask?
Yes.
Like his face,
Yeah, that's supposed to be.
which is weird.
Well, doesn't he pick it out of a store? And like, that was like the year Star Trek.
I think
was super
so.
Popular.
Yeah. He was your go-to for a long time, says iRob. Indeed. And Jason Voorhees, my pick in this thing. So. My picks don't matter. They don't count towards anything. I just wanted to share my opinion on this particular one. Watch Jason gets eliminated first. They're just fun films. I like the Friday the 13th films. Doomed. We're all doomed. Which crazy thing is, the Friday the 13th franchise is almost 40 years old.
Nothing like what is going on today, huh?
Holy crap. It's 40 years old. And I think the original timeline of the events took place in the late 50s, like when he drowned. So the gimmick battle royal is underway. The rules are simple. Throw your opponent over the top rope. They are eliminated when both feet touch the floor, rather. Last man standing wins the battle royal. So pretty straightforward. Hopefully your pick wins this thing. So best of luck, viewers.
I think Chucky's hair is my favorite.
Why?
It flows in the wind as he wrestles.
It's creepy. Pennywise is just so tall. I love the Freddy vs. Jason matchup that we have going on right now. Like, that's amazing. You couldn't have planned that. Chucky going after Leatherface here, and then, of course, Michael Myers going after Pennywise. What's up, Ain? How's it going? Welcome to the show. You're just in time to join us for our pay-per-view event here this evening. This is our opening contest. So feel free to stick around, vote along. If you get the most right, you get to become general manager for a show. So lots at stake here tonight. Steak sounds good. No one eliminated yet. Jason taking out Leatherface. You know who should take all these people out, though? Ash.
Oh.
Evil Dead. He just is in a 1-on-6 match and wipes them all out. I should dress up Atticus as Chucky for Halloween, says iRob. And Chucky was almost eliminated, holding on though, as Pennywise attempts to eliminate him with a brutal clothesline. Still in this thing are all 6 participants. Lee Fez press from Mike Myers. Agile for an old man. Nice European uppercut from Chucky. Another one from Mike Myers. Michael Myers. Don't want to be confused with the comedian. And Freddy facing elimination holds on though from Jason. How amazing if he eliminates Freddy. Russian leg sweep. Down goes Pennywise. Rob says Freddy vs. Jason. He's loving it too. Speaking of Freddy, Freddy just dumped outside, as is Michael Myers. 2 eliminated here, 4 remain. Clothesline. Out goes Jason. 3 remain. Leatherface celebrating here. Fireman's carry. on the ropes. Pennywise in a precarious position. Hung up to dry. Still in this thing, though. Chucky somehow, the smallest, still in this thing. Leatherface picking him up like a ragdoll. He could have thrown him over, but he does not. Rob says we suck at picking. Indeed. That's why I don't play. I'd be wrong most times. Leatherface looking to dump Chucky out of this thing. And he does. 2 remain here in this gimmick battle royal. Pennywise, Leatherface. A Gooligan says I'm still in as his person got eliminated, unfortunately. I'm sorry. So Sarah still has a chance to win here. As does Andrea. Gooligan says never mind. So it's Sarah versus Andrea in this right now for the final 2. How fitting. Sarah says threw Chucky over the rope like a rag doll. Pennywise looking strong here. Pennywise could win this thing. And Pennywise has done it. Andrea scoring our first point in the opening contest here. Congratulations. Looking good to be general manager, huh? She's just going to book herself for all the belts.
Andrea, all the time.
Sarah says boo. Loxay says welp. Mistakes were made. Yeah, especially when you changed your pick. Lock. Shouldn't have done that. He's just a boy. Rob says Andrea wanted me to get her points tonight. I don't know about that. So the countdown to Halloween has begun, and the countdown to our next pay-per-view is beginning. Will we see these faces throughout the month? Maybe. October 30th is our next pay-per-view, and it's called Devil's Night. So join us Tuesday, October 30th, for a special Tuesday night pay-per-view, and it's not this Tuesday in Texas. Jesus, Pennywise got tall, indeed. Let's talk about the next contest here. Unified Tag Team titles are on the line. Desi, Rabbit, Donnie, Mikey. Who you got, chat? Andrea going with Donnie and Mikey. Sarah voting Rabbit and Desi. Rob says Team Party Rock. I'm assuming on the right then. Locke says Rabbit and Desi. Get your votes in now. It's all online. All right, Ain says Donnie and Mikey. Correct. Again, if you get the most correct by the end of the show, you get control of the show for one show. That's a lot of show. So show us what you got. I don't think I can say show anymore. Again, there are 6 matches still remaining. That is including this one here. So just because Andrea has won, that could be your one and only this evening. You don't know. Nobody knows. And of course, this is Nerd Acumen Wrestling, and this pay-per-view is called Asylum. Our challengers here, winning the most picks last week, one of the few, was Desi, of course. and he wanted his team 5 below to go after the belts again. He's been waiting a few weeks to have another chance at them. Rob confirming his vote. I assume that's what you meant. So. Will the challengers claim what they believe is theirs? Or will the champions continue to prevail? They have held those belts, and again, we're on episode 20. They have held tag team gold here since episode 10. 10 weeks, 10 episodes. The longest streak here in Nerd Acumen Wrestling for title defenses. If they're defending here tonight, they will do nothing but extend that title reign. And speaking of the champions, the defending champions here, Donnie and Mike. Unbelievable. 10 episodes now. They've held these things. Multiple defenses, too. No, at this point, it's like, when's it going to give? When are they going to break? Not only did they have one set of belts, they captured the other to become the first ever unified, undisputed tag team champions here in NAW. And that's what it's all about. Our first titles on the line here tonight, the DNA Undisputed Unified Tag Team Champions. Inside the infamous Hell in a Cell, or what we call here the Asylum. iRob says they wish they were as cool as us, though. Well, we'd have to win them to be cool again. Maybe we'll get a chance in the future. Speaking of tag teams, there's some really cool features in 2K19 featuring tag divisions. No longer is it just 2 teams against each other. You can have 3 or even 4 in one match. And ladder, cage, Hell in a Cell, table, doesn't matter. So the tag division here in the future of NAW is going to get far more interesting. iRob says we're too cool for tag belts. Too cool for consistent wins. And again, relinquishing the belts here to the referee or the official, if you will. Will they have them back around their waist after this match? Time will tell. So let's get this match underway. All 4 men obviously in the ring for this Hell in a Cell tag. Pinfall is what'll win it, or submission. Pretty much anything goes here inside this Asylum. iRob says if I wasn't abandoned all the time. I mean, every time you run your mouth, we end up in a match against each other. And then we come back together. Speaking of, we do have a match against each other this evening. So we'll see if we can even work together for a brief moment. Rabbit having a new branding on his buttocks, as you can see. There's an NOW logo. Not sure why he's showing that off here. Pinfall attempt, Donnie and Desi. We get a 1 count though, only 1. Hope I brought my protection, says iRob. Referencing his mini nut shots he's going to go after. Or his DPs. It's not Dragon Punch. Speaking of punches, big right from Desi to Donnie there. Mikey going after Rabbit. So both teams have one member doing really well and not so well. Mikey helping his partner out, stopping the advantage that Desi had going on Donnie. Rabbit slowly using the ropes to crawl his feet. Pinfall attempt here. 2 count. Rabbit saves that one. Slams him down. Rabbit rolling out, leaving Desi inside the ring by himself. Donnie going outside. Separation. This is never good to have your teammates separated. Becomes problematic if a pinfall occurs. They may not get there and close the distance to break it up. Desi going high risk. Well, big reward for the high risk. Mikey injured. Find Below now on the advantage here. In control of the champions. Just as I speak that, opposite has occurred. Power bomb into a pinfall attempt. Gets out of that. Desi going after Donnie now. Power slam. Challengers are in control. Rob says, speaking of personal experience, pinfall attempt. 1. Double pinfalls. Who's going to get it, though? They both kick out. Interesting. Both teams had a pinfall attempt. Mikey in control of Rabbit. Desi in control of Donnie. This is still anyone's match here. Donnie up on his feet. Big missile drop kick. Donnie goes down. Donnie with a pinfall attempt. 2.5 as he kicks out. What is this? Oh, he hits his own partner. Oh no. Is he turning on him? This is not good. Mikey is hurt after that. An error. This could cost them the match. Rob says the betrayal. Pinfall attempt on Donnie. Breaks it up just in time. Unbelievable. Super kick. Mikey goes down. Leg sweep. Donnie down. The challengers have changed the momentum of this match and have complete control. As I speak that, a reversal occurs. Pinfall broken up. Back and forth. Mikey flopping around like a fish now. Pinfall attempt on Mikey. Could be enough. Breaks it up. The back and forth here. Desi setting up a finisher. Donnie breaking that up with his Irish whips. Lands the Insiguri. Pinfall attempt. Double pinfall. Who's the ref going to count? Oh, they both kick out. Blood. We have our first blood of the evening here. Rabbit has been busted open. Rabbit with a recovery. Lands a curb stomp. Donnie has been busted open. Pinfall. New champs. 3. Five Below has won this thing. We have new tag team champions. Sarah and Locksteady scoring their first points this evening. Ain, Rob, Andrea, sorry, you get nothing. We have new tag team champions. The 10-week streak is over. We have 5 cheers from kind of smallish. Hip hip.
Hey!
Thank you for that. IROP says, let me down, Party Rock. I mean, they had to fall. What goes up must come down, right? That was a hell of a match, huh? Get it? You're welcome. Congratulations. And chat, get ready. We're moving on to our third contest of 7 this evening. So again, if you did not get points in that last one, there's still a chance. Our next match is a 3-way Falls Count Anywhere for the DNA Twitch Championship. Get your votes in now. We have GRAV1TY, Elk, and iRob. Ah, dang. Sarah voting for Elk. Get your votes in now. iRob, don't let me down this time, says Lock. iRob also voting for himself. iRob says dick punches for all. I don't know how I feel about that. And of course, unusually, I guess I should say here, the champion coming out first. iRob says you'll know soon enough, though, for the DPs. iRob even says that as well, champ out first. That is interesting. I wonder why. So double duty is Elk doing this weekend. He had a big match yesterday as well in Clash. So if you watch Clash Wrestling or go to their events, big match for him. And now another big match tonight. One of the challengers, of course, the owner and general manager of NAW, not Mr. Kennedy. Locke say, just in case my statement was meant to indicate I was voting for Rob. Yeah, I gathered that. I got you down. GRAV1TY looking for championship gold. Coming up short in his main event on Wednesday to go after the NAW championship in the main event here. The other 2 members of DNA, however, qualified and will be in the main event. He wanted to be a part of that to help out his comrades, but he fell short. But will he come up with a big win here? We shall see. And the other challenger here, we have iRob version 4. Party night. iRob says, the people love me. They'd love you more if you won that belt. I think all three of us would have something to gain from having a championship here. And of course, that's the Twitch Championship. You can be a contender for it by just doing what Sarah has done here in this chat this evening. Cheering with those bits that you earn by watching ads or purchasing. Gives at least one cheer and you're eligible for the belt. Speaking of belt, going off right off the bat, going right after the champ is GRAV1TY while iRob is watching by. Both men now working on GRAV1TY here, wearing him down. He's in the hole. iRob says, it's a pretty belt. GRAV1TY swinging at no one there, missing wildly. Meanwhile, Elk with a big running clothesline. GRAV1TY now Irish whip into the ropes, into a leg sweep, drop toe hold, rather. Working on the knee of Elk. iRob doing some sort of dance there. Looking like he was going to go for a knee strike. Into a suplex, landing that. Whip. Into a reverse. Another standing clothesline. Dropping Rob. GRAV1TY taking a moment here to get the crowd all riled up. Breaking up that lockup. Not paying off for him though. Elk reading right through all his advantages. Looked like for a minute there that GRAV1TY and Rob were going to work together. iRob says strong clotheslines indeed. Reversing that kick in the midsection. Elbows to the top of the dome. A little bit of eye poke and a low blow. It's happening. I can't believe this is allowed in this matchup. The referee is just allowing this to happen. Unbelievable. iRob says I paid him off. Speaking of the referee, there, he paid off the official to allow dick punches. Dropping a fist on his face, wearing down iRob. Meanwhile, Elk doing some stretches there. missing with that clothesline. GRAV1TY saw that coming. Picks him up and goes down. iRob says I give the people what they want. Eye rake from Rob to Gravity. Into a German. Ugh, painful. Painful German suplex, laying out Gravity well. That hurt him. Setting up another. Oh, the strength. First pinfall attempt here. Elk letting it happen because it's elimination. Kicks out of that. This is an elimination match, so that's why Elk was letting that pinfall go through. They're working together now to attempt to eliminate Gravity here. Gravity was setting up some sort of pile driver. Elk stopped that. Not the smartest move. Gravity now going after both of them, taking them both out. Fireman's carry. We're going to see the pile driver now? Nope. To the shoulder. Is iRob going to break up this finisher attempt here? He does. Unbelievable. Shades of Taz there with that suplex. Another eye poke into a low blow. Second one here. Elk's not going to have any balls after this match. Impressive. Pinfall attempts. 3. Elk is eliminated. It is down to iRob and GRAV1TY here for the final 2 for the Twitch Championship. Impressive slam off the top. Into a splash off the ropes. Wrenching on his neck. Into a form of a sidewalk slam. GRAV1TY looking exhausted though. Working on his arm now. Doing damage all over. Into a form of a suplex stunner. Dropping a knee on him now. How much momentum does he have left here though? That's the problem. Arm drag. Stamina has got to be depleted as iRob now coming back here in control. Can't punch dicks with an injured arm, says Locke. Indeed. I think he punched himself out here because iRob's in control. Insiguri. Pinfall attempt. This could be it. 2.5. GRAV1TY survived somehow. Unbelievable. Taking a moment to taunt, allowing his opponent to recover. I don't know if that's the smartest move. Another slam. iRob says, just give up already. Pinfall attempt. 2 kicks out. Unbelievable. Setting him up for a pile driver. I don't think anyone gets up from that. 2, unbelievable. How did he kick out? Gravity-Well taunting him, asking him to stand. Crowns him. Working on his other arm now. IROB says toughness. Is it toughness or just plain stupidity at this point? Like, even if you were to win, how can you compete further? Risking it all here for a title. IROB says, just like the king. I'm glad you got that reference. I figured if anyone was going to, you'd get that. Exhaustion has got to be setting in for both competitors here. He's dragging him over to the side. What is he planning to do? Just a pinfall here? Using the ropes as leverage. Oh, and he still kicks out. Heel move. And he still gets out. Both men back on their feet. The back and forth here. Nails it with another enziguri. Is it going to be enough to finish him off? Dragging him over. Elbow to the arm there. IROB looking to finish. Doing a little dance there. Oh, stomps his face and bloodies him. The brutality here. This has become more than personal. Egging him on now. Is he going to crown him? No. Reverses out of that stomp. Gravity-Well now back alive somehow. Kicks to the back. Drops him. Reverses out of that punch. Another eye rake. Both men using cheating tactics in this match. Is it enough to finish this? 2.5. Gravity-Well survives. The unbelievable. IROB says we're kicking each other's ass. IROB looking to finish this thing though once and for all. Lands it with the GTS into an enziguri. Pinfall attempt. This could be it. Three count. IROB has picked up the Twitch Championship, scoring Sarah and Sarah voted for Alec Locksteady his second, and Rob his first tonight. So impressive. I feel like we've opened up a new rivalry between these two, though. Especially the heelish tactics that was used from both of them during the course of this. There's got to be a rebuttal in help. Unbelievable back and forth action, though. Definitely an impressive match here. One to steal the show, I think, in my opinion. The rest of the card has a lot to prove. Speaking of proving something, IROB says, who's the bigger heel? It is a good question. Indeed, it was a good match. And congrats on the belt. I'm not going to forget, though. I'm coming after you. Rob says it looks good on me. All right, get ready because our next match is about to begin. We have a rematch of sorts. Patrick looking to get his DNA championship back from none other than one of our own, Lock Steady, here in this next contest. So chat, get your votes in now. Andrea voting for Lock Steady here. Rob voting for Rob. Lock looking to hang on to the belt. Lock says thanks for the votes. Get your votes in now, chat. Sarah voting for Lock. He does have kids, indeed. Our fourth contest here of 7 on NAW Asylum. It is just a singles match. 1v1, mano y mano, for the DNA Championship. I think this is one of the biggest crowds that we've had here for a PPV show, the biggest arenas we've been in. Sporting a new logo on the back of Lock Steady's shirt. Interesting. We're seeing now 3 people with an NOW. What does this mean? Interesting. Rob says he has his spare kidney. Interesting. And his opponent here entering next, looking to reclaim what he feels is his. That is going to be Patrick. Rob says they're trying to take over. Take over what? Who's trying to take over? That's what it's all about. The DNA Championship here. And here we go. 1v1. Rules are simple. Pin or submit your opponent. You win the championship. Ringside, we have some support by Kinda Smallish, who has a match actually next. So a bit of a warm-up here. You have to wonder, though, if she'll get involved at any point during this match. Especially as Patrick begins this match under control. Size advantage for Patrick, for sure. However, Locke's fighting through this. Spinebuster. Dropping him. Looking to set him up for a pedigree already. Could this be it? Lands it. Unbelievable. Pinfall attempt. 2 count. Kicks out. Holy cow. We've seen this strategy before from Locksteady. He gets a couple moves in and he wins. However, that was not the case here. No squash. On the apron. Spears him through, drops him down to the outside mat. Locke says, I thought we were about to see a repeat of 3 Moves of Doom. Definitely was wondering that myself here. Seems as though Patrick's a little bit more resilient than Brett was. Shades of Taker. A little bit of snake eyes. Reversing out of this, though. Patrick's still standing strong. Big boot dropping you. Impressive momentum he has now. Has the tide turned? Setting up for a tombstone. Lands it. Pinfall attempt. Could this be over? Rope break. Singles match. There are rope breaks. Ira says Brett just tanked to keep the other belt later. Indeed. Wrenching on the neck. Reversing out of that. Punches to the midsection. 1 to the face. Not the face. Up and over on the apron. You can see the favor returned. No. Reverses out of that. Saw that one coming. Back in the ring. Taking time to taunt. However, small package. Locke has a small package. 3 count. Wins with a small package. Unbelievable. Wow. Everyone's scoring points on that one. Andrea getting her 2nd of the night. iRob getting his 2nd of the night. Locke getting his 3rd of the night. And Sarah getting her 2nd of the night. We are neck and neck. Still anyone's game here with 3 matches to go. Locksteady says a win is a win is a win. And iRob says nice small package. Can't believe he got him with that. He got out of that ring super quick. So congrats, and still the DNA champion here. Locke has a chance of picking up 2 belts here tonight if he wins in the main event. Speaking of our next matchup here, we have the NAW Women's Championship. We have Andrea D versus Kinda Smallish. Get your votes in now, chat. Rob says it's not the size, it's how you use it. Andrea getting her vote in for Sarah here. Sarah voting for herself. Locke voting for Sarah. And Rob voting for Sarah. This match is a Hell in a Cell match for the NAW Women's Championship. Our challenger and somewhat on again, off again tag team partner. They had a bit of a falling out. Which ultimately led to the climb into the main event scene here for the women, for her to go after the belt. And of course, the reigning defending champion coming out next. So, Rob asks a very good question. Will we see dick punches? I go with no, unless they hit the ref. Which is probably not a smart tactic if they want to win. And this is what it's all about, folks. The NAW Women's Championship. Our main women's championship here in NAW. Focused is Andrea here. Looked like she was saying a few choice words to the champion. Speaking of focused, our champion looks very focused here. Not looking to drop her belt tonight. Rob asked if he can go for this belt. No. The game will not allow it. Locke says, calm down, R-Truth. The Asylum cage is lowering and this match is underway. Back and forth already. We have a little bit of a leg sweep. The champion back in control. Kicks to the face. Shades of Brie Bella there. That's one way to score a victory. Fireman carry. Or firewoman carry. Elbow strike. A little bit of Irish whip. Back into a incredible Hurricane Rana. Knee to the mid back. It's a good way to win. Injure your opponent's spine. Landing a splash off the ropes. Setting up a twist of fate already. We're seeing the beginning of the end already. Pinfall attempt. 2 count. Kicks out. That would have been incredibly fast. Lands the suplex there. High risk. Moonsault. Lands it into a pinfall. This thing's over already. Holy cow. And still, women's champion. Kind of smallish. Scoring points, of course, is Andrea. Now at 3. Sarah. Now at 3. Locke leading the pack at 4. And IROB at 3. Impressive ending there, that's for sure. Sarah with the cheers, 5 of them, hip hip. Thank you for that, of course, and you can do this too and be eligible for the Twitch Championship if you do. So join the fun and cheers us. We appreciate it. And of course, you can do this during any one of our programs, whether it be live or reruns. It's completely up to you. All right, moving right along here. Our 6th match coming up next, 6 of 7. And of course, this one is for the DNA Women's Tag Team Championship. We have the Kate and Amy challenging the sister act of Andrea and Amanda. So chat, get your votes in now. IROB says, gotta go with my wife. You guys are neck and neck here. 3, 3, 4, and 3. Impressive. Sarah voting for the sisters. Sticking with Andrea's pick. Smart strategy. Rob taking the risk here to potentially tie Locksteady, depending on his vote here. Waiting on him. Locksteady voting with Andrea's team. So interesting. If IROB wins this, he'll move up to tie Locksteady heading into the main event. Might regret my pick, but I have to vote for her. Understandable, IROB. But it could be in your favor as well. You could head into the main event tied with Locksteady, who's leading it right now with 4 points. Don't be the weak link. And the defending champions making their way out next here. Need to get y'all new entrance music. Rob says, hoping Sister Rivalry will help my pick. Yeah, will they work as a cohesive unit? Just need like a Starbucks mug to walk out with. And that's what it's for, the DNA Women's Tag Team Championship here in Nerd Acumen Wrestling. The rules are simple. Put your opponent through a table, and you win. Let's see who can have that accomplished here. Amanda going around the outside with the other two go right after Andrea. Interesting start to the match. Strategize, I guess. Man in control. Meanwhile, Andrea getting a little bit of stomp action. Missile drop kick from the top, dropping Amy. Going high risk. Well, just kidding. Just going up there to taunt now. Action remains inside the ring while the tables are waiting outside. Who will be the first to grab the table? Working on the arm of Kate. There is Andrea, taking the moment to taunt the arrogant one with her arrogant ways. With a leg lock with the elbow to the top of the dome. Rolling outside is Amanda looking injured. That's not a good thing. The challenger's looking strong here. Being summoned. Dropping her. Oh, floating through the air briefly was Amanda. A little bit of glitch action. That was fun. Second glitch we've seen here this week. First person to grab the table is Amanda. Bring it into the ring. Divide and conquer. I knew what you meant. Saying a spelling bee, I ain't worried about it. Setting up the table is Kate here in the top left. The champion's looking very poorly currently. But all it takes is one move to put your opponent through a table. Who has what it takes to do that? Amy in control here. Will she have enough? Taking time to taunt now. Meanwhile, the table's looming in the corner there. Still anyone's match. Kate now. Could Kate... Oh. Could we see the end? Reversing out of it is Amanda. Unbelievable. I thought that was the end there. Amanda setting up. Is she going to put her through? She does. These sisters prevail here. Andrea moving up to 4 points. Sarah moving up to 4 points. And Locke moving up to 5 points. Heading into the main event, your picks will be incredibly important. And again, the only way to become general manager for an entire show is if we have one person win this. So it's going to be dependent on who you pick in this main event. Rob says, damn it, Kate. You called it. I mean, you called it. So still the reigning tag team champions here. So we've seen a couple defenses. We've seen a couple changes tonight. Are we going to see the 3-time NAW champion lose his title in the Asylum coming up next against 5 other men? That's what it's all about. And it'll be incredibly important, chat, on who you vote for here in this next contest, which is our main event of the evening. Get your votes in. Starting from the left, we have Justin, Antonio, Locksteady, Rabbit, Brett, and Mikey. Get your votes in now, chat. Once again, it is Justin, Antonio, Locksteady, Rabbit, Brett, and Mikey. Who you got? Andrew voting for Locksteady. Lock also voting for Locksteady. If Locksteady wins this thing, Locksteady would be at 6, Andrew would be at 5, allowing Locksteady to win the show. IROB voting for Brett to retain. Locksteady believes in me. Himself, that is. And unlike usual things, if we do have a winner here for the general manager for a night for this Wednesday, whoever ends up winning that, you don't have to book the show during the end of this show. I will reach out to you and we can work through building that show. And it'll be 5 matches you get to determine. So, Sarah voting for Lock too. So again, I will reach out to you and we'll work through building that show together. Otherwise, putting you on the spot now to decide 5 matches, no, take too long. And I want to make sure, since you're in control, whoever wins gets to build the show they want to build. So best of luck here. If Locksteady wins this thing, he wins the show. If Brett wins this thing, there is a tie. Well, no, because Rob, you didn't get that right. So no matter what happens, it's looking like Locksteady's going to win at this point. So Rob, you cannot win with your most recent loss. You would be at 4 with Locksteady at 5. So ultimately, at this point, Locksteady, you've pretty much won this thing. But have you won the title here in the main event? So with that being known and said, obviously we'll talk and figure out how to book the show. DNA champion Locksteady, could he walk out with 2 belts tonight? Interesting. He's got kids, he needs the belts. Funny thing about a belt though, he wears sweatpants. Why does he need a belt? He's got elastic waist. Just an observation. Of course, as you've got the theme tonight, it was Asylum. Half the matches were featured inside of a Hell in a Cell. This, of course, is also featured inside Hell in a Cell. 6 men will be competing for a first pinfall to win. This is not elimination. newly crowned DNA Unified Undisputed Tag Team Champion here with Rabbit. So we're already seeing 2 entrants, 2 champions in this thing. Could either of these men walk out with the second belt? iRob says I eliminated your balls. Obsession. Got a weird obsession. Well, if you're a champion, you walk out different when you have a belt sometimes. So, Rob says it's a nice obsession. Sure. Our next challenger here. Antonio Santos. Of course, our local MMA fighter here in NAW. And to give you an idea too, all these challengers in this, if you missed the show, episode 19 this past Wednesday, they had all won elimination matches to advance here, to be participating here in this match. So if you're wondering, why are these people challenging for the belt, that's exactly why. We had a whole night of contender matches, elimination matches, and these are the ones who advanced. Basically, there were a lot of people vying for the NAW championship that felt they should get a chance, and our 3-time NAW champion has been running the show and has been basically running through all his opponents. So he wanted some new competition. So we're seeing some new challengers here and some old. Of course, speaking of our champion, 3-time defending NAW champion, Brett. Definitely, if you want to be a champion here in NAW, this individual has set the bar on what it takes to hold championship gold here. For a majority of our 20 episodes, this man has been standing at the top of the mountain. Only 3 other people have held this belt. One of those 3 others is in this match, being left steady. 2 others are not, meaning, let's see, what's the math on that? 4 out of 6? There are 4 people that have chance of becoming a first-time ever NAW champion. Math. Staple Gun here, our next challenger, one of the individuals who have never had gold here and has really never had many wins. Scoring one of his very few wins here in NAW to advance into this match. Could be a new momentum boost for this individual. iRob says, can we put our rivalry aside to win the tag belts again? Quite possible, depending on who or how Lock City books this show this Wednesday. We could be challenging for that. We'll see what he has in mind. And our last competitor here in this main event contest for the NAW Championship, we have carrying out his old belt that he refuses to relinquish, that's no longer in use here in NAW. the tag title that he won a while back. Of course, it is not a recognized championship anymore here in NAW. It is a retired belt, as the DNA is the undisputed unified belts. But a piece of history he's walking out here with. Rob says you take it from him. I don't want to. And this main event is underway. 6 men, Asylum, Hell in a Cell contest for the NAW Championship. Who will walk out as champion? This thing could get violent real quick. Brett down already. This is not good for the champion. Odds are not in his favor. Will he prevail, though? All it takes is 3 seconds. Splitting off here, we have everyone working on multiple people. We have Antonio and Locksteady on the left. Mikey and the champion, Brett, in the ring. Going for a pinfall on the champ. Rabbit breaking that up. High risk. Champion back up, working on Mikey. Antonio, incredible MMA stylings there, taking out Locksteady. He's on the outside now. Stablegun looking to score a win here. Kicks out his Rabbit. Codebreaker. Antonio goes down. Brett reversing out of Locksteady's move there. Submission hold. 3 in, 3 out of the ring. Fast-paced action here. Working together are Rabbit and Mikey there to take out Staplegun. Rabbit in the corner. Cross to the other side, reversing out of that. Drops him. Rabbit and Locksteady going after each other now. Locksteady in control of that. Going up top, high risk. We got a flying lock. What's he gonna go for? Drops an elbow on him. Rabbit rolling out of the ring. Antonio looking to set up a move set here on the champ. Lands a clothesline. Mikey in control, Staplegun in the top left. Locksteady looking for someone to fight. Staplegun after Locksteady. Rabbit back in the ring. Antonio going after Rabbit. Swanton lands the bomb there to Locksteady. Ring is empty. Staplegun for a pinfall. Breaking that up real quick. Pinfall attempt, the champion. 2, Rabbit kicks out. We almost had the champion retain here. That would have been unbelievable. Moves out of the way of that Swanton bomb. Rabbit on his feet. Right through that one. Reversing. It's the war of attrition at this point. Lock steady down. Staple gun down. 4 men looking for something to do, it looks like. Mikey going after Rabbit, reversing out of that into a nice bridge. Breaks up that pinfall. Lock steady on the outside of the ring, not looking good. Pile driver. Staple gun is bloody, the first blood of this match. Champion going for a pinfall. Brett has retained. Unbelievable. And still champion. IROB scoring points on that one, getting to 4, but not enough. Lock steady wins the show tonight, but not as the NAW champion. Brett has scored and somehow survived this contest. Unbelievable. IROB wants an I Quit match, Rob vs. Gravity. Lock steady with the hashtag rig happening again. I mean, you won the show, so Mr. GM, reach out to me before Wednesday. Book your show. If this is rigged, let's see how you book it. But congratulations are in order to not only Brett defending his belt here at Asylum, but Lock steady as well with winning our contest here for General Manager for a day. IROB says he's the multi-man match king. Indeed, standing tall. Desi says, did Eric and I win? You indeed did win, Desi. Locke says, Brett cheated. Hey, you can't stop the champ. You know. Well, that was our main event of the evening. This has been Nerd Acumen Wrestling, and this was our 4th ever pay-per-view event called Asylum. You can watch this back anytime, of course. Share with your friends. Nightbot yelling at Desi already. Jesus Christ. Desi shows up and Nightbot yells at him. Of course, you can catch this every single Wednesday. This was a special one-off Sunday pay-per-view event. Our next pay-per-view event will be on a random Tuesday. That Tuesday will be Tuesday, October 30th. That pay-per-view will be episode 25 called Devil's Night. So stay tuned for that on October 30th. But between now and then, of course, you can watch the next few episodes every single Wednesday night right here on Twitch. That is twitch.tv/Dose of Nerd Acumen. Wednesday night, 8:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Or you can catch any of the content as we upload it if you're already watching on YouTube, youtube.com/Dose of Nerd Acumen. Desi, you did beat Nightfuck. But he's still banned you from using caps, spamming. But congrats, Desi, on your win. You can always go watch this back again on YouTube anytime you want. But make sure you join us this Wednesday for Lock Steady Night, Lock Steady Appreciation Night, as he takes over NAW for one show with his booking. So, thank you all, though, for joining us for our 20th episode and our 4th pay-per-view event called Asylum. Make sure to tune in throughout the week and throughout the month for exclusive content from us. But until then, take care, and again, thank you for watching.